Hey guys, what's up? It's Maisie with Barbecue by Maisie. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and if you are coming back, I truly appreciate the support. Of course, I chose a windy night to get this cook started, but Mother Nature is just never on my side. I have really been looking forward to this cook because it's such a simple and easy cook. We are going to make pork butt. There are so many different ways you can smoke a pork butt. You can do the classic low and slow method. You can wrap it, not wrap it. Use a tray, don't use a tray. Go hot and fast. There are so many different ways, but for this video, we are just going to go traditional, low and slow in the Pit Boss Brunswick smoker. I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to do this cook, but pork butt is really a forgiving meat. Someone comes to me and they have a brand new smoker, they've never smoked anything before. I say always start at pork butt because it's really pretty hard to mess up. I'm seasoning this the night before we're going to cook it because I want to wake up early and get it on the smoker, and I just like to have this step out of the way. So we're going to season it, and then tomorrow we will get it on the smoker. Okay, so let's check this pork butt out and start seasoning it. Awesome. Okay, we have Open Prairie Natural Meats pork butt. Whew. This thing is a beauty. All right, this Open Prairie Natural bone-in pork butt looks amazing. I haven't even opened it yet, but I can already tell this is a good one. Let's get going. This pork butt is seriously ready to go right out of the package. Other pork butts, they might be packed in with a ton of liquid and you just want to pat that down from the pork butt, but this one is honestly ready to go. I'm not going to trim any of the fat off. You can if you want, but I would recommend leaving most of it on because it's just going to render really well and make our pork that much better. So let's just jump right in and start seasoning it. You don't have to use a binder. I like to use just a little bit of mustard, but you don't have to. You're just gonna pour it right on the meat, have a glove, and just kind of spread that around. That's just going to help your rub stick to it a little bit better. I'm gonna do the same to this side. So now as far as seasonings go, you can use a pre-made rub, which is what I'm going to do tonight, or you can make your own. So you're just going to season your pork butt pretty liberally with whatever rub you choose. Get a nice good layer on there. I like to pat it in just so it's sticking to the meat. You want to get all sides, not just the top and bottom. I am coming in with a second rub. Doing two types of rub is just going to kind of give you some different layers of flavor. I like to go with a sweeter rub, or you could go with salt and pepper. Okay, so our pork butt is prepped and ready for the smoker. Like I said, I am going to be putting it on tomorrow morning, so it's just going to hang out in the fridge tonight. You know what I'm about to do? I'm headed inside, going to crack a cold Diet Coke, then I'm going to snuggle into my bed, have a good night's sleep, and I will see you guys back out here at the smoker in the morning. Good morning. Today is a great day to smoke a pork butt. My smoker is heating up to 250 degrees and we're just gonna ride at 250 the whole way through the cook. Before I head into a longer cook like today with our pork butt, I do make sure that my smoker has been cleaned. This is going to be a long cook. I'm expecting at least 8 hours. So once this smoker is up to temp, we'll go ahead and get this pork butt on, and then you guys are hanging out with me today. Let's go. It's time to get this pork butt on the smoker. Whoa, fog up glasses. Just the perks of having glasses. Quick reminder, if you have a Brunswick or a vertical smoker, to fill your water pan with water. Got our pork butt here, seasoned from yesterday. Oh, I've been dreaming about this pork butt. And I am putting mine on my second rack. Let's check it out. Oh man, this one's a good one, guys. Okay, so now that pork butt is just going to take a long nap in this smoker. I'm not going to check on it or do anything for at least the next 3 to 4 hours. I'm just really want it to absorb that smoke. Once we have a nice bark that is set, then we will start spritzing. So for now, I'm just gonna head in, I'm gonna crack that cold Diet Coke, eat a little breakfast. I will see you guys back out here in just a little bit. We are at the 3-hour mark and our pork butt is looking awesome, as you can see here. Right here, it's nice and dry. that means it is time to be spritzed. So do not spritz unless your bark has set. That is exactly what you're looking for. One thing I did want to point out is that I went fat cap up. You can do it down or up. That's really up to you. So I just have a cheap little spray bottle here. I've got apple juice in mine. I would recommend something that has some sugar in it. Okay, so now that we have began spritzing, I'm going to continue to spritz about every 45 minutes to an hour throughout the rest of the cook. I like to kind of check at that 45-minute mark because your meat kind of starts to look thirsty. I don't know. You'll kind of see that it's kind of starting to dry out, and I just like to stay on top of that spritz. That spritzing is really going to help it build a nice bark. All right, so we'll see you back out here in about another 45 minutes. All right, guys, 45 minutes, and I just want to show you how you can see right here that bark is starting to look a little dry, so it's definitely time to spritz. Get that all moistened up again. Starting to build a really nice bark. Okay, be back in another 45 minutes. The color on this pork butt is amazing. So this is going to be a good time to go ahead and see what the internal temperature is, just to kind of see where we are, but it's coming along really well. All right, so we're about 6 hours into the cook and we're sitting at about 170. We're cooking right along, but just not quite there. Okay, we are done with this pork butt. Let me show you why. Temperature is important, and I would suggest you get a good instant read thermometer. I use a Thermopin. So we're at about 202, which is fine. That's great. The temperature I use more as kind of a guide throughout the cook, but what you're really looking for is for that probe to just go in like it's going in through butter. And this pork butt is so tender. This is just a super tender pork butt. So just keep that in the back of your mind when you're cooking something like a pork butt. Sure, the temperature is helpful, but if it's probing like butter, that's when you know you're done. Okay, so before we tear into this pork butt, a quick review of the cook. It took about 9.5 hours from the beginning to the end. I spritzed every 45 minutes to an hour after we hit the 3-hour mark and our bark was set. And then there at the end, it was probing at about 200 to 202 in some spots, but what really told me it was done is it was probing like butter. It was done. I cannot wait to get into this pork butt, so let's pull it off the smoker and see how we did. Okay, so again, this was an open prairie natural meats pork butt. Honestly, without even tasting it, it's the best pork butt I've ever smoked. So I'm really excited to get into this. I'm really excited to eat it, but let's check out, see how we did. Oh my goodness, you guys. It is just, okay. You guys got to get in closer and see this. All right, this pork is extremely tender. Let's get our bone out here. Got that nice clean bone. Check out this bark here on the bottom. Look at that piece. These are the pieces that you get to sneak this little snack after your hard day's work. Right there. Oh, got a nice smoke ring. Super, super, super tender. I cannot stress enough how tender this meat is. And after shredding it and really getting in here, by far the best pork butt that I've ever smoked. This was just a really good quality pork butt. If you guys have the opportunity to smoke an open prairie natural meats pork butt, take that opportunity, because this is insane. I've been waiting all day long to get a taste of this pork butt. My favorite pieces are the piece that has a nice little crispy piece of bark on it. Woo! That is so good. I gotta have another piece. See this little part with the little bark on the top? It's money. Oh my gosh. So freaking good. You guys, that pork is so tender. It just melts in your mouth. All right, you guys, that pork butt turned out insanely delicious, so tender, absolutely perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better cook. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you are enjoying my videos, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you're notified of all future videos. I appreciate the support so much, and until next time, see ya! I am not kidding you, that pork butt is so juicy and moist, it was on my glasses.